Spacious, comfortable, well-equipped and reasonably good value to run, the Škoda Superb has always had plenty of appeal, and now it's sleek and sexy enough to worry the best from German rivals like the Audi A6 and BMW 5 Series, as well as offer strong competition against popular rivals like the Ford Mondeo. Hatchback only until the estate arrives later in the year, the new Superb comes with a hatchback rear door only. Gone is the previous car's innovative twin-door system, which allowed you to operate the boot as either a conventional saloon lid or gaping hatchback opening, all at the touch of a button. Innovative or not, the mechanics involved meant the rear of the previous Superb saloon was rather challenged in the looks department. By moving to a super practical hatchback arrangement, the designers have been able to create a sleek, almost Ford or coupe-like tail end for the current car. Mixed with the rest of the car's sharp surfacing and delicate detailing, it lends the Superb an elegant and expensive value for money. If there's one thing this car isn't, it's expensive. Prices start from just under £19,000, and for that you get 16-inch alloy wheels, LED rear lights, leather steering wheel, Bluetooth, DAB radio, front assist, stop-start, 5-inch color touchscreen infotainment system and auto lights. Plus, the Superb is 4,861mm long, with a wheelbase 80mm longer than its already spacious predecessor. That means even the tallest adults can stretch out in the back, and if the owner has specified the right kit, they can even operate the car's infotainment system from their tablet too. As you move up the range, all sorts of fancy technology becomes standard, including adaptive cruise control, 3-zone climate control, leather-heated front and rear seats, automatic parking, wireless phone charging from mid-2016, bi-xenon headlights, 10-speaker stereo, 8-inch color touchscreen sat-nav, electrically operated hands-free tailgate, drive mode selection, keyless start and entry, heated windscreen, TV tuner and adaptive dampers. Opt for the top-spec Lauren and Clement model, and pretty much whatever your wish is its command. Practical too, and if you wish for your Superb to mimic an estate car, it'll do that too. With the rear seats in use, it'll still hold up to 625 litres of luggage, making it a perfect family car. Drop the rear bench, which can be done remotely from levers in the boot, and that increases to a faintly ridiculous 1,760 litres. It feels just as spacious up front, with its Octavia-inspired cabin and wide transmission tunnel. Plenty of adjustment when sat behind the wheel ensures you'll always get comfortable, while the simply clever solutions ensure daily life isn't too much of a grind. You'll find umbrellas secreted away in the front doors, and the cup holder in the center console have rubber grips on its bottom to allow for single-handed opening of bottles while on the move. Engines and efficiency: you'll be able to travel relatively far too, thanks to the Superb's wide range of engine, transmission and drivetrain options. For petrols, ranging from a 1.4-litre with 123 bhp to the 2-litre 276 bhp unit returning up to 57.7 miles per gallon, while 3 diesels, ranging from the 118 bhp 1.6-litre TDI to the 187 bhp 2-litre manage up to 68.9 miles per gallon and emit as little as 105 gkm. Four-wheel drive is an option on the 2-litre TDI with 148 and 187 bhp, while you can let the Superb change gears itself when choosing the 1.4-litre TSI with 148 bhp. Both 2-litre TSI 217 bhp and 276 bhp engines and all diesel options. There was already plenty to like about this car's predecessor, but read the rest of the Parker's Škoda Superb review to discover just how much better this latest model is. Performance: There are 4 petrol engines and 3 diesel engines providing Škoda Superb performance, mixed with front and four-wheel drive plus automatic and manual gearboxes. Petrol engines. Škoda believes it's the diesel engines that will make up the bulk of sales, over 90%, here in the UK, but that hasn't stopped the firm offering 4 different petrol options. The range kicks off with a 1.4-litre TSI with 123 bhp and 200 Nm, with an official 062 mph time of 9.9 seconds. We've driven the more powerful 1.4-litre with 148 bhp, which lowers the 062 mph time to 8.6 seconds and increases top speed from 129 mph to 137 mph. Peak torque 250 Nm arrives at 1,500 revolutions per minute, but that power figure remains elusive until 3,500 revolutions per minute later, and as such, this feels like a unit you have to work hard. It feels more linear on the road, but though it's happy to rev out, there's no sudden increase in urgency with its performance as you reach its rev limit. Our only mild concern would be its ability to cope with a Superb loaded with people and luggage. It doesn't exactly feel fast enough. We suspect it'll feel even slower with a 6-speed automatic gearbox, increasing its 062 mph to 8.8 seconds. Which is otherwise smooth and quick to shift. But if speed, and petrol power, is your raison d'etre, Škoda has 2 more options, both 2-litre turbos with either 217 bhp or 276 bhp to choose from. Derived from the engines found in the Škoda Octavia VRS and Audi S3, they offer a 7 or 5.8 second 062 mph time respectively. Both will surpass 150 mph given enough space, and are exclusively available with the 6-speed automatic gearbox. Diesel engines far more sensible, if not nearly as quick, is one of the diesel engines, the range kicking off with the 1.6-litre TDI boasting 118 bhp and a generous 250 Nm of torque. The official 062 mph time takes 10.9 seconds, though you can expect this model to do its best work in the mid-range. Same goes for the 2-litre TDI with 148 bhp, which is expected to be the biggest seller in the range on account of its accessible performance and impressive economy and efficiency figures. With a manual gearbox, the 062 mph time is under 9 seconds, and on the road it feels sprightly, with 340 Nm of torque available from just 1,750 revolutions per minute. This engine is also available with a 4-wheel drive drivetrain and automatic gearbox option, as is the range-topping 2-litre TDI with 187 bhp and 400 Nm of torque. Correspondingly, the 062 mph time is a genuinely quick 7.6 seconds, 7.7 with front-wheel drive and a top speed over 140 mph linear in its performance on the road. A slight diesel grumble is evident when extended. For us, the 147 bhp model feels like a slightly sweeter state of tune with extra refinement over this unit. Handling. First and foremost, the Superb is designed to be a comfortable, luxurious and relaxing executive car, so those hoping for a sharp, sporting saloon should probably look elsewhere. That said, it's built on the same platform as the VW Golf, Audi A3, Seat Leon and even the Škoda Octavia, so while it'll never rival a BMW 5 Series for engagement, it feels very reassuring on the road. Choose the SUL Executive and above and you benefit from the drive mode selection, which alters the steering, throttle, air conditioning and even lighting responses depending on chosen option, ranging from normal, sport, eco and individual. Those cars fitted with dynamic chassis control DCC which adjusts the dampers and steering further, like our test cars, also benefit from a comfort mode. and it certainly helps the car cosset its occupants, but we'd be tempted to leave everything in normal, the comfort dampers setting quickly struggling to maintain suspension control on an undulating road. Normal steering is infinitely preferable too, since comfort is too light and sport simply adds weight rather than any additional feel. Driven out of its comfort zone, and the Superb makes a decent effort, with sharp responses to steering input, and thanks to its XDS Plus electronic front differential a decent amount of grip from the front wheels. It fails to entertain though, and you'll soon have to remind yourself this is a comfortable saloon, not a sporty coupe. Equipment levels and trim lines have changed over the previous Škoda Superb, but the good news is there's more standard equipment than before. The range now leads with S followed by Say Business and Say L Executive, replacing the previous elegance trim, and finishes with Lauren and Clement. Standard Škoda Superb equipment. No matter which Superb you buy, you benefit from 16-inch alloy wheels, air conditioning, LED relights, Bluetooth connectivity, a touchscreen infotainment system with DAB radio, stop-start and auto headlights. Step up to the same model and those alloys the slightly larger 17-inch examples, while the air conditioning operates over 2 zones. Adaptive cruise control makes an appearance, and the 5-inch touchscreen grows to 6.5 inches plus the smart link included for your mobile phone. Tinted glass, a 3-spoke leather steering wheel, Alcantara seats, front and rear parking sensors, drive mode selection, sat-nav and phone box, which from 2016 will enable wireless charging. Mark out the Say Business models. But it's the Say L which represents the greatest value in the range, with prices starting at around £24,000 and including such items as 18-inch alloy wheels, bi-xenon headlights and LED daytime running lamps, an electrically operated boot, electric driver's seat adjustment, leather upholstery and heated front chairs, plus an upgraded 8-inch touchscreen for the sat-nav and infotainment system. At the very top of the range is the Lauren and Clement, paying tribute to the firm's founding fathers, which offers 18-inch alloy wheels in a different design to those fitted to Say L Executive models, a heated windscreen, 10-speaker Canton sound system, 3-zone climate control, blind spot detection, color maxida trip computer, keyless entry and start, lane assist, park assist, adaptive suspension, virtual pedal and a TV tuner. The Superb is also one of the first set of cars to offer Apple CarPlay, which allows you to connect your iPhone to the main touchscreen and control its apps through familiar menus and functions. You'll also find a pair of umbrellas hidden in the front doors, which most owners report to be more useful than you may first expect. Optional Škoda Superb accessories. Is the most luxurious Škoda on sale. The Superb comes fitted with plenty of kit as standard, but for those wanting to personalize their experience a little more, there are a number of options that can be added. Buyers have the choice of 14 body colors, 4 interior colors and 4 interior trim inlays for a start. Inside, the leather seats can be heated in the rear as well as the front, while the latter can also be specified with a cooling ventilation system too. You can ensure the cabin is the perfect temperature for you before even getting into, thanks to the auxiliary heating system, while winter weather is taken care of by the heated front windscreen. The 3rd generation of Park Assist will drive in and out of parking spaces, and those who prefer a more hands-on experience will enjoy the usefulness of the rear view camera displayed on the central touchscreen infotainment system. Opt for the top-spec Columbus unit and you have the opportunity to add internet access too. Comfort. If there's one thing this car is built to conquer, it's this, and so it's fair to say that Škoda Superb comfort is borderline exemplary. For a start, no matter where you sit, there's acres of room. This tradition, the largest Škoda in the range, can rival many premium German manufacturers' luxury models for lounging space. 28mm longer than previous. The largest change in dimensions is from the 18mm lengthier wheelbase. As you'd expect, this results in class-leading levels of legroom for rear passengers. It's 47mm wider and 6mm higher too, and you certainly notice the extra width, especially when sitting up front. Rear passengers also benefit from an optional tablet or phone mount on the rear of the front seats, which allows them to control in-car entertainment and view their trip itinerary from the navigation. A power socket in the rear of the center console keeps portable devices powered, and the Trezone climate control on Lauren and Clement models ensures they can keep cool or warm independently of the settings in the front of the cabin. Choose that top spectrum and you'll also benefit from the firm's first adaptive suspension system. Drivers can choose between different modes, including comfort, and tailor the car's suspension responses to their desires and road conditions. Most of the time it works rather well. Leave it in normal to get the best from it though, as while comfort allows for greater bump absorption, it does tend to induce some wallow through corners. Short sharp shocks rarely make their way through to the cabin, only some subtle suspension noise alerts you to their presence. Larger bumps in close formation can upset the Superb and send it into an unsettled bouncing motion. At speed it feels amplified, and it's an odd and not entirely pleasant feeling. There's little wind or engine noise noticeable though, and all the seats are comfortable, though sadly the rear seats aren't electrically adjustable like you may find in more expensive premium German models. Practicality. Previously Škoda Superb Practicality was taken care of by its twin-door system, a function that allowed the boot to be opened as either a conventional saloon or vast hatchback, all at the touch of a button. That's gone for this new model, the tailgate opening like a conventional hatchback only, despite the distinctly saloon-like proportions. There's still plenty of boot space of course, with 625 litres up 30 litres from before available with these seats in place. Drop them flat, which can be done from remote levers in the boot, and this can be increased to a class-leading 1,760 litres. Thanks to the firm's simply clever features, the Valka cargo stays and helps secure smaller loads and stops them sliding around on the move too. They don't end there. 2 umbrellas secreted away in the front doors ensure you'll never be caught short in an unexpected storm. There's a magnetic torch in the boot with battery capability of up to 48 hours, and the electric tailgate can be set to open to a certain height in a bid to avoid contact with low roofs. The firm's optional virtual pedal system allows you to open the boot hands-free with a wave of your foot under the car's rear bumper too, perfect when you're overloaded with shopping. A new cup holder in the transmission tunnel allows a knee-handed opening of bottles on the move, while traditional features such as the ticket holder on the windscreen and ice scraper in the filler cap remain. Rear legroom is extremely generous, so even the tallest of passengers will be able to stretch out in comfort. Top models even come with electric seat controls on the side of the front passenger chair to slide it forward further for the full limo-like experience. Safety. When it comes to looking after its occupants and those surrounding the vehicle, Škoda Superb safety is rather impressive. There's certainly lots of kit available to ensure it's the safest Škoda currently available. As of yet the Superb hasn't been tested by Euro NCAP, but the previous model garnered 5 stars, as did the current Škoda Octavia, and we'd expect the new Superb to gain the same rating. All have electronic stability control, front assist with city emergency brake to avoid impacts with pedestrians and other objects, and multi-collision brake which controls the car after an impact. The list of assistance systems fitted, or optionally available, on the Superb is vast and includes adaptive cruise control, traffic jam assist, semi-autonomous driving, XDS plus electronic front differential, park assist self-parking, rear view camera, blind spot detect, rear traffic alert detects oncoming vehicles while reversing out of a blind parking space, hill hold control, speed limiter system, lane assist and travel assist, camera scans road signs and displays in trip computer. There's up to 9 airbags available, including one for the driver's knees, and even the headlights have come under scrutiny with light assist switches between high beam and dipped beam headlights depending on the surroundings and traffic, and adaptive front light system which changes the spread of the headlights and their illumination of the road depending on surroundings, speed and weather. Reliability. Underneath the car is a familiar MQB architecture and engine supply, so it's likely that Škoda Superb reliability will mirror that of its sister cars, the Škoda Octavia, VW Golf, Seat Leon, Audi A3, VW Passat, Audi TT and VW Golf SV for example. That means engines and electrics will likely be very reliable. Only some early copybook blots on the TT's virtual cockpit system, not fitted to the Superb, count against the MQB car's reputation, with little to worry about for buyers. Of course that does depend on the Škoda being serviced and maintained to schedule. Inside the cabin manages to tread a fine line between utilitarian toughness and a premium feel, so we'd expect it'll stand up well to the extremes of family life. Something many Superbs will surely be used for. And at least its vast wheelbase and lengthy rear legroom will make it difficult for children to kick the rear of the front seats, scuffing them in the process.